Remember last year when Masuda announced that not all Pokemon are going to be in the new game? There was absolute civil war when this happened. I remember the chaos that happened on Twitter. I even did 2 videos about this myself and gave my opinions, and it actually led to a hashtag that went round all Twitter and just blew everything up called Bring Back the National Dex. It's all like a bloody sea, and it just had people arguing with each other and saying they're going to boycott the game, they're demanding for sackings, and people were cancelling their pre-orders. It was nuts, and it annoyed me so much because you couldn't really argue your side, because if you defended it you were called a shrill, and I was like, my god, it's like 5-year-olds at a schoolyard. And you think about what's actually happened. Well, if you look at what's happened over the past year, Pokemon's actually done pretty well, with the second lot of DLC coming with the Crown Tundra hitting in about 9 days time, depending on where you're watching this in the world. Well, if you actually look at Pokemon itself, Sword and Shield have sold 18.2 million copies to date, and that makes it the 3rd best-selling Pokemon game behind Gold and Silver, which sold 23.1 million, and Red and Blue, which sold 31.3 million. Heck, even on the Switch, it's only 400,000 odd sales behind Zelda. Now let that sink in. Pokemon, 18.2, Zelda, 18.6. Even Mario Odyssey didn't sell as well. Like, this was, meant to be a mediocre Pokemon game, which people said. Yet, it's only a few 100,000 behind Zelda, which is described as a masterclass and rewrote the flaming gaming world. It's mind-blowing when you think it like that. And it just says that basically Game Freak are probably pissing themselves laughing because the boycott didn't work. People said don't buy the game, bring back the National Dex, and you shouldn't buy this, it's pathetic. But Game Freak are absolutely minted. So they're going to be laughing to the bank at the moment. And whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, honestly, just let me know in the comments what you think of that, the fact they've done so well, and we can have the discussion. And if you want to become one of my honest arseholes and become a member of the HA Council, then just please hit the subscribe button. I'll probably go do more of these rants going on. And one day I'm probably going to have some merchandise, hats, t-shirts, and that sort of stuff. Now, if we go back to Pokemon, it survived the recent challenge by Temtem. Now, I never even really got into that. I never downloaded it. I think it was probably let down because of poor designs. I think they look absolute shit, to be honest. But was that game even any good? Happy to give it a go if you think it was good. I know there was another Pokemon, like an adult version, which actually meant to have a good story. I can't remember what that's called, but if someone wanted to give me what it's called, I will have a look at it. Now, that is not, although sorry, I should say, I am talking about this Pokemon game, how well it sold. That's not to say it didn't have its problems. Oh, it did. And I am not blind to the fact that it had its problems. And I'll probably look about that in the future. Before you start hitting the dislike button, I am not the almighty defender of the Pokemon game. It wasn't a 10 out of 10. It was not the best Pokemon game I've ever played in my life. There were definitely problems. But what I don't see, and I haven't seen for quite a while, is that hashtag. Since the games have come out and since the DLCs come out, that hashtag has quickly died a death. Now, people are probably going to be going on and say, well, the hashtag clearly did work, because now we're actually getting most of the Pokemon back in the DLC. Or maybe this was actually Game Freak's plan all along, rather than bring out the obligatory 3rd game in the series, which sees minor changes, well, unless you Pokemon Platinum and actually makes it a very good game. Or it could be that, Game Freak saw the hype that things like Street Fighter get or Mortal Kombat get when you bring back an old character and thought, oh, I'll do this. Or there's just simply the cynical view that they're in this for the money, and they know that we're going to buy it. We're going to buy this DLC bundle, because we want our Pokemon back. And we're not stupid, we'll just give them the money, like that Fry meme, we're going to buy it. And they just think, quid's in, we're in. Now, I know even with the DLC, people are going to be saying, well, my favourite didn't make it in. And I get that, and I understand it's upsetting. For some people, I know like Nidoqueen, for example, I know she's not in there. I know there's a ton of others which didn't make it, and I am so sorry. But there are maybe some positives that we can look at this. By not including everyone in the main game, it's actually allowed, in my opinion, it's allowed us to have even more time with these new Pokemon, these new designs. Now, normally, you just finish the game, and then you get the National Dex, and every one of those new mons gets sent to the box graveyard. However, I'm not so emotionally attached to my Pokemon that I get caught in, the ones I've caught when I was playing Pokemon Ruby back in the day. I don't feel like my life is over. I need to gorge myself on cheeseburgers and cookie dough until I explode, although that's not really a bad option. I think, in the VGC sense, I think it's actually been quite good as well, because you get to use Pokemon you've not normally used. Well, apart from Togekiss, my god, everyone loved that bloody thing. But if you also look after the first DLC arrived, Alakazam actually got usage because of Psychic Surge, or whatever it's bloody called. Yeah, Psychic Surge, the ability from Indeedee, an expanding force, actually made it a bit of a threat. Alakazam never gets used, it's garbage normally, but it actually, because of the new DLC and new characters, it actually did get some usage, so it was quite nice because people had to adapt their strategies to what they've been doing before the DLC came out. And, when I used my old arguments, I was debating can the cartridge fit them all in. Well, they can fit them all in. I think that's been proven. So the rest may even come in a third DLC, so there may be more DLC to go for. And I want to talk about that in another video about what I think the future of Pokemon should be. But if you want to talk about everyone else coming back and the remaining, whatever, there's left like 200 odd, do we want them all back? Like, who really wants a bloody Weedle in the game? Like, Weedle is a shit Pokemon. I know somebody's going to be coming, probably flying over a plane to come kick my ass at the moment, but it's absolutely shit. Come on, nobody loves Weedle, we all know it's true. Now, I think that not including all these Pokemon was not the big game ruiner it was made out to be. The game was still playable. Okay, I know there are problems with it, but I didn't really miss everything too much. I just played the game, enjoyed it, and got on with it. And actually, when the DLC got announced, I became really hyped. Like, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Not just are we getting new content, but Mons are coming back. It felt like I was getting those DLC characters, and it was actually a move one, and it allowed you to get re-excited to play the game again. So it was kind of that feeling like, when you play Mortal Kombat, and then as we see Melina got brought back, or you play Street Fighter 5, and I was made up when Sakura got brought back. I was like, yes, my favourite character's being brought back, and it's that sort of sense. And then you look in Crown Tundra's coming, and all the big ones are coming back. Garchomp, Metagross, Landorus, the Tapus, the Legendaries. So VGC again is going to see a huge shift. And, let's look at it realistically. It's been 1 year without the majority, and it's not really even that painful. The world's then not ended. No one blew up. Well, okay, COVID hit. Maybe this was the cause of COVID. I do see a correlation. Sword and Shield release, Mother Nature releases COVID. Maybe once this DLC comes out, and then the third DLC comes out, we might actually have something to fight COVID. So Game Freak could be the funders of everything stopping COVID. Now, I'm just made up that in the last year the hashtag has died, and Masuda can probably go on his Twitter again, not expecting to have his phone potentially attacking with a fist through the face. I'm probably going to do a future video of video games, in my opinion, are a bit too entitled. Like, not all of them, but there is ones who are very entitled, and just to go by that, they moan and bitch and whinge and threaten people. I look back when it was last year, Masuda was, people wanted him hung, there was accusing him of rape, it was insane. I just couldn't believe the amount of hatred that went by, and those are the type of fans I disagree with, and that's what the video will be having a go at. So you're the average gamer, I'm on after you. Criticism is okay, and of course you're entitled to it, but behaviour like that was shown last year, as I keep going on, was absolutely disgusting. I'm happy to have discussions on my channel. I encourage you, if you want to have a chat, rather than hit the dislike button, because then other people can't get involved in the argument, make a comment. I will get back to you. I always try and do my best to get back in touch with people. I don't just ignore it. And was the Pokemon game perfect? No, it wasn't. I can poke holes at this game all day long, and I'm sure you all can too. But there were things I did like. I liked my rivals. For once, I actually liked the rivals. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that, but I did like the rivals. Of course, I like the setting. It's Britain. And as a British person myself, I was laughing at some of the things. The fact that Hop was saying mate every 5 minutes, and even the fact you walked to a TV and it was called a telly. I like those little things. I did like the thing it tried new things to separate it from previous installments. There was the knockout tournament, the wild area, Dynamax. Breeding is a lot easier than what it used to be. Like, it's getting easier every single time. But as I said, I can go on because that's not the point of this video. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy Pokemon. Is it the best? No, it's not. No, it's not the best Pokemon game. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, in my opinion, are still the best games, then Platinum. But did I enjoy it? Yes. Can it be better? Of course it can. But my main thing is that the hashtag is well and truly dead. I've hardly seen it on my Twitter walls, and I made up for it. It just feels like everyone bitched and moaned for no bloody reason. Game Freak probably knew what they were doing the whole time. Whether it's to make money or whether it's not, I'll leave that up to you guys. Whether they were just trying to get us rehyped. I'd like to think it was to get us rehyped. Rather than just getting content with 3 extra Pokemon, it was giving us a whole chunk. The cynical and the other people who might be a bit more objective, they may believe that it's actually just a money-driven thing, and everything is literally becoming money nowadays, but you never know. And, if you want to have that argument, fine, put it in the comments and go for it. Also, let's just see what happens in the next few days. With the Crown Tundra coming out, I am very excited for it. I am made up the fact that you've got a load of the chunk of the big ones coming out, and they're trying to do something a bit new with these, with the fact that 4 of you go down a den to try and get a legendary Pokemon. But let's see if it works. You let me know in the comments if you think it works. And until next time, I've been HBT, and I'll probably be doing a rant the next few days. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.